I always think of William Blake's comment about everything that now exists was once only imagined. So that, your imagination, your ability to see yourself, even if you don't know how you're going to do it, what's going to happen, you've already suggested, that you've got all of these tools, but they're on a shelf. Why not take 20 of them, write them all out, exactly what it is that they're going to, give examples of how they can be of use, produce a tape on it, or write a booklet on it, or something to that effect. Whatever it might be, that just comes off the top of my head. Instead of continuously using this brilliant thing that you have called your mind to remind yourself of how stuck you are. Stop thinking in that way. See yourself as unstuck. See yourself as attracting into your life. I was listening to a tape the other day, and what the guy said on there, you can't want and have at the same time. To want to be unstuck is an admission that you don't have it. When you have unstuckness, okay, when you have that, then there's no need to want it. When you want it, you don't have it. So it's like shift away from the want and onto the have it. I have it. I have it. Where do I have it? First and foremost, I have it in my mind. I have it in my imagination. Then you assume the feeling of that wish fulfilled in your imagination. You just continuously see yourself feeling that way. And as you get good at this, ultimately, you not only will you act upon that, but the world, the universe, the whole cosmos will be, aligning with you and providing you with energy and the right people and the right circumstances and the right financing, and all of it will begin to show up, but can never show up as long as you continue to convince yourself that you're in an unstuck place. And in the moments that you were working with somebody the other day, was it yesterday, somebody that you were helping, your partner's son, was that who it was? In those moments, when you were doing that, you weren't in a stuck place. You were there you were helping another human being to overcome something within themselves, and then in the way that you process it is to say, I'm not doing that for myself. When in fact, what you were doing for your partner's son is exactly what it is that you were doing for yourself. It is in the giving, it is in the offering, it is in the providing of it that gives you the great sense of fulfilling your dharma. What's behind your eyeballs? What's in that invisible place within yourself that where you could speak from a place of, I already have what it is that I need in order to be able to fulfill what my purpose here is in this life. I'm doing it right now. And extending myself the way that you did with your partner's son or whatever it is, or writing it down and beginning to see and live, changing around that inner clouded vision, that cloudy vision of, I'm not there, I'm not sure, I don't know if I have the guidance. Everybody has the guidance. It's always there. It's always our choice to align with it or not. So I don't believe in such a thing as a free will as much as the only free will I think that we have is our decision about whether or not we're going to be aligned with our divine guidance or our divine source. If we decide that we're going to be aligned that way, and that's how I'm going to live, and that's how I'm going to focus, and I'm going to trust in that, then that inner vision becomes much less cloudy and very, very clear. And you don't evaluate your happiness, your success, your anything else on the basis of anything other than I feel good. I really feel good. I guess probably the answer to that is meditation. It's getting quiet, getting peaceful, and knowing that I am God. And I don't mean that in a blasphemous way, and I don't mean that in a supercilious or ego-centered way. I mean that I am a divine expression of God. And because I believe that about myself, I really believe that these thoughts that I have, and I wake up in the morning and I see that my fingernails have grown a little bit, and I see changes I see hair on my face that wasn't there the night before, and I say there's some divine, organizing, brilliant, beautiful intelligence that is invisible. Some call it the Tao, some call it spirit, some call it divine mind, consciousness, whatever you would call it, doesn't matter. And that it is working in me. It's working in me. And the ability for me to have a thought right now and then have it come out of my mouth expressed and then spread all over the world the way it is right now, talking to you in Ireland. I mean, to me, that's just such a miracle. I quote Rumi to a friend of mine. A friend of mine just found out that he's going to have a baby. He's 47 years old. He's got his girlfriend pregnant. He is just totally in shock. Doesn't know what to do. Can't imagine how this could have happened to him. Blah, 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 going on and on and on with it. And I sent him a little quote from Rumi where Rumi said, sell your cleverness and purchase bewilderment. What I do, my dear, in Ireland is I go through life in a state of bewilderment, in a state of awe. And I know that I, just like you and like everybody else on this planet and every creature on this planet and, and the plants and all of it, and the planet itself and the universe and the stars, there is something moving it all. There's something moving these chess pieces around that's way bigger than I am. But I am a part of it. And because I believe that, miracles happen for me all the time.